So we are working on a new set of animation, and the idea is that they can be attacks that are comboed together, as you can see. Okay, so you got your normal attack and it has a follow through. Okay, if I press while I'm at this attack, if I press again the attack, then it will move to the next attack. Okay, and so on, as you can see. And this can keep happening for an infinite amount of time, for as long as we keep pressing the button. Oh, and of course it drains stamina and so on and so on. Okay. So we have already seen a little bit how we made this, but let's take a look once again. So here is the combo on the override layer. We have the base attack. The idea is for these three attacks. Now keep in mind that they are still a work in progress. I'm going to drag and drop this guy over here just so we have a better preview. Okay, if he starts from idle, the first attack will be this. Then we have an event. We also add a lot more events, but right now I'm only enabling the combo right about here. So from this frame, it will start blending to this frame, to this animation. Okay, which you can see over here. Then it will start on this animation. It will move to this animation. Now, on all of this, I have an enable combo, an enable combo, an enable combo. Then inside my animator, I have my attack one, where it has the combo info and says that we use crossfade time of 0.1. This can be even lower if you want to, which input you want to place, and what attack animation you're going to be using. In this case, I'm moving to this animation, which also loads the new combo, which if you press the right bumper again, it will move to this animation, and this animation will basically play back to this animation. So these two will play against each other, and this animation will only be used on, well, when you are from idle. And then if you're going back to the empty, there's no combo state over here, so you will start again from this animation. Okay, that's something we specifically did for the animation set with all this in mind. It's basically how you want to work with, and of course how the animation works in general, how you can combo attacks. Of course, we have already seen how to set up the combos in the past, but now we actually have proper animations. Okay, and you can see this, this is super fluid, and this is super cool. Okay, we can of course use the same animations on the enemies if we want to, and everything else will be fine. But because we now have attacks, new animation attacks, we of course that means we're going to need to reassign all the events we have per attack. So let's take a look at one of the other attacks. We have this attack. That's weird. Can't get this attack. Anyway, so let's try it a different way, and let's say animation. Let's find one of the other attacks, not taking ones, and let's use this. So we have the enable rotation, which allows us to rotate the character. We also have the disable rotation, when the rotation should be disabled and when the damage collider should open. Okay, then next we have when the damage collider should close, and then we have our enable. So enable rotation, disable rotation. Let's write this down just so that I can copy paste them. And we also have open damage collider and close damage collider. Okay, so let's get to the new animations. Record. Then down here on the events, I'm going to say enable rotation from here. Then I'm going to open the damage collider here. Close it here. And of course, let's say we want to disable the rotation here. I think once the leg is down, so right about there, I guess, we want to disable the rotation. Okay, so that's it for this animation. Let's do the next one. For this one, we're going to enable rotation here. Apparently it's faster if I write this. Then open damage collider here. Once the feet is on the ground, let's say disable rotation. And over here, let's close the damage collider. Okay, so there it is for this one as well. And let's add the same, the other one as well. So for this one, it's going to be the same almost. Enable rotation. Open damage collider. I'll disable the rotation over here. And close damage collider here. Okay, so now we should be able to properly attack the other character. And I should be able to just rotate around when playing the combo. Okay, so there it is. As you can see, I can actually just keep walking because we enable rotation. Perfect. So let's try and attack him. I guess we're missing something. Let's enable gizmos. I think the damage collider is a little bit too small. Yeah, let's see how big it is. It's a bit of, yeah, it's not just small, it's just all over the place. So we need to also fix this. Probably from some update, it got ruined from an update. So let's find the items. Let's find the prefab, open the prefab, and then let's fix the collider properly. Over that, put that down. Okay, save that. We should probably close it as well. Close it. Then let's try this again, and it should be working fine. Now, okay, let's see how this works, just so that we know what we're doing. Okay, doesn't work, but let's see why then. The collider seems fine right now. Just to be sure, this is not the collider's fault. Let's increase the affected area. Okay, then on a greatsword, what do we have? Here's a collider. Let's leave it open and we will see if it's going to close. Let's select our player once again. Let's see, hide weapon does not exist. We are missing a parameter, I guess. Who's using this? I think it's from the bonfire or from the start. A spell. Okay, let's make this hide. Let's wait till this opens. So apparently it was the case that we had, well, our items and layers are kind of screwed up and I don't really know why. But yeah, to fix that, just change this to the damage collider layer and we will be able to attack the enemy. It wasn't really a lot of different faults. So you know what, let's actually make sure this never happens again by hard coding also the layers. So now this is a dump enemy, we're not really doing anything to him, and you can see that you can just attack him properly. Let's fix this action as well, but first, well, okay, let's take it everything one by one. Now, last action, if current action is null, do nothing. Or actually, if current action is not null, let's do it like this. Okay, just ignore the last action. Now, let's do one more thing. On the global settings, or on the source manager, I guess, we do not have a global settings on this project. We're going to assign a layer mask, which is going to be the damage collider layer. Okay, we're going to assign that via the inspector. Then on the damage collider, on awake, game object dot layer resources manager or settings dot resource manager damage collider layer. We're going to assign this, all this. Okay. Now let's find the resource manager and we're going to assign it. We're going to fix the layer. So we will not have to any other item we're going to doing. So anything that's going to have a damage collider, we not have to always think about adding the damage collision. Let's see if this is going to work. And of course, just so that we are sure about it, yeah, okay, this doesn't work like that. Let's see, layer, damage collider, do this. Let's try this, unless we have to bit shift it, I'm not so sure. We'll see. Come on. Yeah, that's not going to work. So let's try with shifting it. Well, alternatively, we could just use this as an int. And maybe I could have Googled how to assign the layer. But then again, yeah, okay, that sort of worked. So just to be sure, we're going to go again on the item, on the damage collider, and I'm going to change this to default, save that, and on play, and then we're going to select it from over here and see if it's set at the damage collider layer. Okay, and it's not, it's set on transparent effect, which means this didn't work. That's weird, so hold on. So the solution to it is basically like this. So you compare you turn this into an integer as a logarithmic. I'm not so sure why this works and everything else didn't, like if this returns an integer, but I'm going to guess there's some stuff over here. I'm using, yeah, just found it on Google, to be honest, so whatever. Okay, so now we're sure about the damage colliders. So let's bring back our enemy, our proper enemy, that is. So that will be him. And let's destroy the other one. Let's move this a little bit higher up. And let's make sure that we actually have the gameplay back. And we can also make sure we can actually destroy things again. Yeah, we can. Okay, perfect. We can open up the chest and we're gonna go and attack this guy. Okay, perfect. And that's how it works. Now, we kind of have disabled the canvas because we wanted to do other things. Let's see, that's the canvas, that's the canvas we want. And, well, anyway, I'm not going to bore you with this. But basically, you just need to set up the game UI to have that enabled, and we are back to where we were previously. Now I had to actually remove a few animations from my animator controller because when updating Unity we actually had, yeah, it actually broke a few things. So I do not have the backstab, as you can see. So that means when I try and do that, I'm going to be locked in there until an interrupted animation plays. So let's fix that. which means we need to go on to the animations again of the essentials, and we have the backstab, the actual stab actually, backstab. Let's drop that here. Let's rename that to what? Don't really want to build a player. Come on. Backstab, and transition that back in here. Okay, that's one thing. Parry stab, then it's this. For backstab, we also need to mirror this. Is mirror. Okay, that should work. Let's try the parry to make sure everything is working, and then we're going to just finish with this part over here. Yeah, I have the damage collider enabled on my sword. That's why I can actually damage him, but you can see it doesn't do any damage because there wasn't any action saved. Okay, the parry works fine, and the backstab works fine again. Perfect. So let's close the damage collider on the great sword just to be finished with this. Perfect. Save that, and we're good to go. So that's it for this part. As always, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and if you like to see more stuff, more videos, more series, more of everything, there's a lot of coming. There's a lot of more videos. We have a few animation sets that we want to put out. Well, I say we, but I'm not really doing anything other than just using them on the videos. Okay, and as you know, I'm not really gaining anything from the animations. It's just so cool that we can actually use them into our project as well. So that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Of course, like, subscribe, Patreon, and all that.